Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Building a Strong Foundation with Azure Infrastructure and Networking. So, I would like to welcome to the part 2 of Azure Infrastructure and Networking. So, good morning everyone. Welcome to today's session on Azure Infrastructure and Networking. My name is Shambhu Prasad Jaka, Beta MLSA, and I'm excited to guide you through this fascinating journey into Azure's powerful cloud offerings. Azure Microsoft Cloud Platform is more than just a suite of tools. It's paradigm shift in how business operate. As we dive into the world of Azure, we will uncover how its infrastructure and networking capabilities can revolutionize your operations, drive innovation, and enhance efficiency. Whether you're new to Azure or looking to deepen your understanding, today's session is designed to equip you with the knowledge and skills you need to harness the full potential of this platform. We will explore the essential components of Azure, focusing on compute, networking, and storage services. These elements are the building blocks of any robust cloud strategy, and mastering them will set up for success in the cloud era. But this is just about theory. We are going hands on. Through the presentation, I will be demonstrating how to deploy and manage resources in Azure, giving you practical understanding of how these services work in real-world scenarios. Are you ready to unlock the potential of cloud technology? Let's embark on this journey together and discover the opportunities that Azure has to offer. So, I would like to start the agenda first. So, I would like to explain the agenda here. Let's make a movement to outline what we will cover today. Our session is structured to provide a comprehensive overview of Azure's core services with a strong emphasis on practical application. First, we will dive into Azure Compute Services. These services provide the scalable on-demand computing resources that power your applications and workloads. We'll explore the various options available from virtual machines to app services and Kubernetes and discuss how to choose the right service for your needs. Next, we'll move on to Azure Networking, effective networking, and Azure offers a raw suite of tools to ensure secure, reliable, and high performance the best practice virtual networks, network security groups, and load balancers, and see how these elements work together to create a resilient network infrastructure. After networking, we will explore Azure Storage Services. Data is the lifeblood of modern business, and Azure provides powerful storage solutions that are both scalable and secure. We'll look at different storage options, including blob storage, file storage, and queue storage, and discuss how to leverage these services for efficient data management. Throughout the session, we will be incorporating practical demos to show you how to deploy, configure, and manage these services in real time. These demos will give you a hands-on understanding of how to implement Azure solutions in your environment. Finally, we will wrap up with the key takeaways from our Azure journeys, providing some actionable insights you take back to your own. So let's get started and dive into the world of Azure. Each agenda item can be expanded with further details and or examples, everything. So welcome to Azure Infrastructure and Networking. Azure Compute Services are the heart of Microsoft Cloud Platform. They offer the flexibility and scalability needed to meet the demands of any workload, from small scale web applications to enterprise level operation. Let's start with virtual VMs. VMs are perhaps the most well-known compute service in Azure. They allow you to run virtually any application in the cloud with the exact operating system and configurations you require. This flexibility makes VMs ideal for a range of use cases, from development and testing to running production workloads. We'll discuss the various VM sizes, types, and pricing models, helping you choose the right option for your models. Moving on to the Azure App Services, this platform as a service offering is designed for rapid application development and deployment. With App Services, you can quickly build, deploy, and scale web apps, mobile backends, and RESTful APIs in your preferred language, be it .NET, Java, Node.js, or Python. We will explore how App Services simplifies application management, reduces overhead, and supports continuous integration and delivery. Another critical movement is the Azure Kubernetes services. As containerization become popular, AKS provide a managed Kubernetes environment, allowing you to deploy, manage, and scale containerized application using Kubernetes. We'll discuss the benefits of containerization, the challenges it addresses, and how AKS streamlines the process of managing containers in production. These services are powerful tools in your Azure toolbox. Together, they enable innovation, enhance productivity, and support a wide range of application and workloads. So, next, we'll move on to the first demo where I will show you how to deploy a web app using Azure App Services. This demo will highlight the ease and speed with which you can get your applications up and running in Azure. So we'll move to the slide with the demo deploying a web app with Azure App Services. So let's dive into our first hands-on demo deploying a web app with Azure App Service. I will guide you through the process of deploying a sample web application using Azure Intuitive Portal. We'll start by logging into the Azure portal where I will demonstrate how to create a new app service. Azure App Services provides a platform that's optimized for web applications, making it easy to deploy, manage, and scale your apps with minimal effort. First, we'll navigate to Create a Resource section, select App Services, and choose the appropriate configuration settings. These settings include selecting the runtime stack, region, and pricing tier, among the others. I will explain the significance of each setting and how it impacts the performance and cost of your web app. Once your app service is created, we will deploy a sample web application. This will give you a practical understanding of the deployment process and how Azure App Services simplifies the management of your application lifecycle. I will also show you how to configure basic settings such as scaling, options, and deployment slot to optimize your app's performance and reliability. After deploying the app, we'll take a look at some of the monitoring tools available in Azure. This tool provides real-time insights into your app's performance, allowing you to quickly identify and address any issues. This demo is a great way to see Azure in action. By then, you will have a solid understanding how to deploy and manage web applications using Azure App Services and how this platform can accelerate your development process. Demonstrate each step with clear and interesting. So, I would like to mention each step more clearly to deploy web app using Azure App Services. So, first, create an Azure App Service plan. To do this, first sign into the Azure portal. Click on the Create a Resource and select App Service. I hope you are note downing the steps, so because it's not possible to explain every step by going to Google and log in, because you should have a good account of it to do this. So click on the Create a Resource and select App Service. On the Create App Service page, fill in the required fields. Choose your Azure subscription and select an existing resource group or create a new one. and a unique name for your app service. Publish for publishing or code deployment, take a Docker container or choose code for containerized application. And select a runtime stack. Select the stack that matches your application. Example like a .NET, Node.js, Python. And select a region. Select the region where you want to host your app. As we already discussed in the part 1 of introduction to Azure, regions are like 2 or 3 combined data centers where you can deploy your applications or services close to your users. So after selecting your region, click on next app service plans. So second is configure the app service plan. Service plan, choose an existing app service plan or create a new one. Pricing tier, select the pricing tier based on your needs, whether it's free, shared, standard or premium. The tier determines the resources allocated to your app. Click next deployment. Third, deploy your web app. Deployment center. Select a deployment method. You can deploy using local git, deploy directly from your local git repository, or using a GitHub link to GitHub repository for continuous deployment, or Azure Repos, connect to an Azure DevOps repository, or using FTP, deploy via FTP or FTPS. And you can also use local git, deploy directly from a local git repository. Bitbucket, link to Bitbucket repository. You can configure your deployment, follow the prompts to link your chosen source and configure deployment setting. Click review plus create and then create. Dep and the fourth step is deploy code to your app service. If you choose local git, you will need to configure git on your local machine. Add the Azure remote repository to your local git configuration. Push your code to Azure using git push Azure master. Push your code to Azure using git pusher Azure master. For GitHub, Azure Repos or Bitbucket, set up the continuous deployment pipeline. Connect your repository to the app service. Configure, build and deployment settings if needed. And the fifth is access your web app. After deployment, you can access your web app using the URL provided by Azure. Go to your app service in the Azure portal and find the overview section to see the URL of your app. Open the URL in your browser to see your deployment web app. The sixth is monitor and manage your app. Use the monitoring section in the Azure portal to view metrics, logs, and set up alerts. You can also adjust the scaling settings to handle more traffic by changing the app service plan tier or enabling auto scaling. And you can configuration update application settings, connection strings, and other configuration under the configuration section. And the seventh step is to update and redeploy. To update your web app, make changes to your code and redeploy using your chosen deployment method. For continuous deployment setups, changes pushed to the linked repository will automatically trigger deployments. These steps should give you through deploying a web app with Azure App Services. If you need more details on any specific, just let me know. Coming to your next slide, understanding Azure Networking. Hope you understood the previous slide of the demo. If you have any queries or questions, you can approach via our YouTube channel, or you can just message me on my social media, MLSA. So next is understanding Azure networking speech. Networking is a fundamental aspect of any cloud infrastructure, and Azure provides a comprehensive suite of networking tools that ensure secure, reliable, and high performance connectivity. Let's start with virtual networks. VNets are the foundation of your Azure network architecture. They provide isolation and segmentation of your resources, allowing you to securely connect Azure resources to each other, to the on-premise network, and to the internet. We'll explore how to design and implement VNets considering factors such as address space, subnetting, and peering. Another critical component is network security groups. NSGs are your first line of defense in Azure networking. They allow you to control inbound and outbound traffic to your resources at the network level. We'll discuss how to configure NSGs, create security rules, and apply them to your VNets and subnets to enhance the security of your Azure environment. We will also look at load balancers and application gateways. These tools are essential for ensuring high availability and scalability of your applications. Load balancers distribute incoming traffic across multiple resources, while application gateways provide advanced routing and security features for your web applications. We'll delve into how these tools work, when to use them, and best practices for configuration. Azure networking capabilities are designed to support even the most complex environments, ensuring that your applications and services are always accessible, secure, and performing at their best. In our next demo, we will be setting up and configuring a virtual network so you can see these concepts in action. So moving on to another slide, that is creating and configuring a virtual network. So let's move on to our second hands-on demo, creating and configuring a virtual network in Azure. In this demo, we'll start by creating a new virtual network. I will guide you through the process of defining the address space, setting up subnets, and configuring the address ranges. This is the foundation of your network architecture in Azure, and getting it right is crucial for the security and performance of your resources. Next, we will configure a network security group to show you how to create security rules that control traffic flow into and out of your network. We will discuss best to prioritize and structure your rules to provide maximum security with minimal complexity. After configuring the NCG, we'll connect a virtual machine to our virtual network. This step will illustrate how VNets provide secure, isolated environments for your VMs and other resources. We'll also discuss the benefits of network segmentation and how it can improve security and management in your Azure environment. Throughout the demo, I will highlight key concepts and best practices to ensure you have a clear understanding of Azure networking. By the end of this session, you will be able to confidently create and configure virtual networks in Azure and understand how to apply these skills to your own projects. So, I will explain each step in detail. So, make a habit of note downing the steps that I am going to say. So, first, in this demo, we are going to create and configure a virtual network in Azure. Virtual networks are the cornerstone of your network architecture in the cloud, enabling secure and scalable connectivity for your Azure resources. We'll go through the process step by step, setting up subnets, configuring IP address, and applying security measures. And let's move on to our step one, that is login into the Azure portal. Instructions: start by logging into your Azure account at portal.azure. The Azure portal is your gateway to managing Azure resources. It provides a user-friendly interface for creating, configuring, and monitoring your cloud services. And the step 2 is you should have to create a new virtual network. In the Azure portal, click on Create a Resource button in the search bar, type Virtual Network and select it from the drop down. Hope you are writing the steps. Click on the Create button to start the setup process. Just imagine that you are going login process and searching for the service virtual network and then typing and selecting to create a new button. So creating a virtual is the first step in establishing your network infrastructure in Azure. A VNet allows you to define your own private network in the cloud where you can place your resources securely. So next moving on, after clicking on the create, we have to configure the basics like select the subscription. We have to select the appropriate subscription where the VNet will be created, and the resource, choose an existing resource group or create a new resource group, help you organize and manage related resource. Coming to the resource group, it comes in our company's point of view where you want all your resources that all the resources that should have similar type of permissions to the Azure services you want to give access to your anything in the Azure portal. So we use the resource group that lets you give the group some resources or persons to access a particular resource with particular permissions. So next we have to give enter name for your VNet. Select the region, I already discussed region, or like where you want to deploy your network. Virtual network is like a private network, like you want your company to establish in a private network where only people whom your company people have to work, and not a public. This gives you isolation. The basic configuration settings determine where and under what conditions your VNet will operate. Choosing the right region is important for latency, comparison, and availability considerations. And the fourth step is configure IP addresses. So first, why this subnetting? While taking the IP address, each system has a unique IP address connected to your internet through which you can operate your system. So just you have a requirement of your systems in your private network to be operating. So you need the concept of subnetting to know why this subnetting call is needed, because we need to give a block starting addresses that will be divided. So first we will give a starting a block of range that determines which block the system belongs to and in which flow. So where we have to configure the IP addresses and so on. Is all IP addresses and stop. So under the instructions tab, scope runtime stock create NS. So just wait a minute. I'm having an error. Just okay. IP address lab. You will configure the address space and subnets. Address space. Define the IP addresses range for your VNet using CIDR notation. Subnets. Click on Add Subnet to create subnets within your VNet. Name your subnet and assign an IP range. Example like 10.0.1.0/21. This address space defines the range of IP addresses available in your network. Subnets further divide the space into smaller segments, which can be used to different workloads for better security and management. And fifth is configure security settings. Go to your security tab to configure network security groups. You can choose to associate an NCG with your subnets now or create one later. If creating now, select create new and configure inbound and outbound security rules. So network security groups access virtual firewalls controlling inbound and outbound traffic to your Azure resources. Configure NCC is a crucial for processing your network against authorized users. Step 6. Review and create instructions. After configuring all the settings, click on the review plus create button. Azure will validate your configuration. If everything is correct, click create to deploy your virtual network. Explanation. This final step allows you to review your settings before creating the VNet. Validation ensures that there are no configuration errors. Once deployed, your VNet is ready to host and manage your resources securely. Step 7. Verify the virtual network instructions. Once the VNet is created, navigate to the virtual network section in the Azure portal. Click on your newly created VNet to view its properties to ensure the subnets and NCs are configured correctly. Verifying the VNet ensures that your configuration is correct and that all elements are functioning as expected. This step is essential to confirm that your network is ready to use. Connect to a virtual network to the VNet. Create a new virtual machine or select an existing one. During the VM setup under the Networking tab, choose your newly created VNet and assign the VM to one of them. Complete the VM deployed. Connecting the VM to your VNet allows it to utilize the network resources and security configurations. This step demonstrates the practical application of your VNet and how it can host and manage workloads. Test connectivity. Once the VM is deployed, use tools like SSH or RDB to connect it. Test connectivity between the VM and other resources within the VNet to ensure that network configurations are functioning correctly. Testing connectivity confirms that your network is working as intended. It also helps identify any misconfigurations in your NCGs or routing settings. This demo has shown you how to create and configure a virtual network in Azure, from defining address spaces and subnets to creating to securing a network with Azure. Virtual networks are essential for creating secure, scalable, and efficient network architectures in your cloud. By mastering these steps, you will on your way to building robust Azure environments. This detailed walkthrough should provide a clear and comprehensive guide of creating explain. So, moving to our next slide, exploring Azure Store Services. Data storage is a critical component of any IT infrastructure, and Azure provides a range of storage solutions that are both scalable and secure. Let's explore some of the key storage service Azure has to offer. Azure Blob Storage is designed for storing large amounts of unstructured data such as text or binary data. It's ideal for storing files, backups, and media content like images and videos. We'll discuss the different types of blob storage blocks, append and page, and how to choose the right type for your data needs. Next, we have Azure File Storage, which provides fully managed file shares that are accessible via the Server Manager Block protocol. This service is perfect for scenarios where you need to share files between multiple users or applications. We will cover how to create and manage file shares and how to integrate them with your on-premises system. Azure Queue Storage is another essential service offering reliable messaging between application components. This is especially useful for decoupling and scaling application as it allows different parts of your application to communicate asynchronously. We'll explore how queue storage works and discuss common use cases. The storage solutions are designed to optimize data management, providing the ever-growing data demands of modern business. In the next round, I will be showing you how to work with Azure Blob Storage, including uploading, managing, and secure data. So I will be also discussing the advantages of cloud storage compare offerings with traditional storage solution and providing example with different industry utilize Azure storage. So moving on to our next slide, working with Azure Blob Storage. So in this demo I'm going to explain about the Azure Blob Storage. So for our final demo of the day, we'll be focusing on Azure Blob Storage. This demo will provide a hands-on look at how to manage unstructured data in Azure. So just once a reminder, please note on the steps that I'm going to mention. So we'll begin by creating a new storage account in the Azure plan. I will explain the different configuration options such as performance styles and replication settings and how they impact your storage accounts, performance and reliability. Next, we'll create a blob container within our storage account. I will show you how to upload files to the container, manage your blobs and organize your data efficiently. This is where Azure storage capability really shine, as you will see how easy it is to handle large volumes of data in a secure and scalable manner. We'll also cover how to configure access policies to ensure your data is secure. This includes setting up shared access signatures and to configure policies to ensure data is secure. Look at blog account. I will show you how to upload files to the container manager. So we'll also cover how to configure access policies to ensure data is secure. This includes setting up shared access signatures to provide temporary access and everything. Temporary access shared access signature to provide temporary access to your blobs, and configuring lifecycle management policies to automatically manage your data based on rules you define. By the end of this demo, you will have a solid understanding on of how to leverage Azure Blob Storage for your data needs and how to integrate into your existing workflows. So first, I will play detailed instructions once again, explaining segments of each step and and try to um, note down the important points and try to make it clear for yourself and make a practice like exploring the steps yourself. So first, create an Azure storage account. To do this, first sign into the Azure portal, click on create a resource, select storage, choose storage account and click create. Fill in the required details such as subscription, resource group, storage account, name, region and performance replication operations. As we discussed earlier, subscription, free, standard or on resource group, like which you want to add this storage, and storage account name that you need to give a unique name, and region, select a region to do, and performance and replication open. You need to perform replication, or replication comes that you want to store your data, that in case of data failure you want to retrieve your data, then this replicas, that copies of the data is stored in the zones. So this provides an additional or that availability or uh, data failure resistance. So click on review plus create and then create to deploy your storage account. So after this, create a blob container. Go to your newly created storage account in the Azure portal. In the data storage section, select containers. Click add container. Enter a name for the container and set the public access level. It is private, blob or container. Click create. And the third is upload your blob data. Blob data means like images or anything you want to upload it. So you can upload your blob data. Go to the blob containers section in your storage again. Select the container where you want to upload data. Click upload and choose the file you want to upload. Optionally set any additional options like blob type, page blob. Click upload to start the process. Fourth is access the blob data. You can access blobs using the Azure portal, Azure Storage Explorer or programmatically via SDKs or REST API. Azure Storage Explorer. Download and install the tool and then connect into your Azure account and navigate to the storage account to view and manage blobs programmatically. Use Azure SDKs or REST API to access and manipulate blob data. For example, in C Sharp, you might use the azure.storage.blobs.package. And the fifth is manage your blob data. Delete blob. Navigate for deleting the blob. Navigate to the blob in the Azure portal or use code to delete. You can list the blobs. Use Azure Storage Explorer or API to list blobs in the container. You can also download the blob from Azure portal. Select the blob and click download. And the sixth is configure security and access control. Shared access signatures, that is this determines who can access your blob, whether it is available to the public or only the persons with this link can access your blob, or you only can access, or other who are available in the resource group can access this blob. So generate SAS tokens, shared access signature, to provide limited access to your blob data. Azure Active Directory, use AID for secure role-based access control. And the seventh is monitor and analyze. Use the monitoring section in the Azure portal to view metrics and logs for your storage accounts. So this provides us who are accessing and what time the resource is being used and what are the bills and what is the CPU utilization of the storage. This also set up important events or thresholds that tells who are accessing, whether is uh, it's exceeding your subscription limit, or just it's been has crossed the maximum availability that you can use of the permissions. So this helps you to uh, make yourself with a clear and more understanding of the Azure Blob Storage. So I will again explain the steps just to make sure that you write the steps more clearly. So once again I'm repeating the steps and explain clearly once again. To work with Azure Blob Storage, we need to follow the steps. Create an Azure Storage account. Sign in to the Azure portal. Click on Create a resource and select Storage. Choose Storage account and click Create. Fill in the required details such as subscription to select your subscription plan, resource group, and storage account name, region, and performance replication options. Click review plus create and then create to deploy your storage account. The next step is create a blob container. Go to your newly created storage account in the Azure portal. In the data storage section, select containers. Click add containers. Enter a name for the container and set the public access level. Click create. So you have to select whether it's private or public to give access to the blob. Upload the blob data. Go to the blob containers section in your storage account. Select the container where you want to upload data. Click upload and choose the files you want to upload, whether it is audio, video, or unstructured or mail or text, anything you can upload. Optionally set any additional options like blob type, blob, append blob, page blob. Append is that you can add the data or you can modify, and block is that's a block, page blob is so click upload to start the process. And the fourth is access blob data. You can access blobs using the Azure portal, Azure Storage Explorer, or programmatically via SDKs or REST API. Azure Storage Explorer, download and install the tool and then connect it to your Azure account and navigate to the storage account to view and manage blobs. Program we can use this programmatically use Azure SDKs or REST API to access and manipulate blob data. For example, in C Sharp, you might use the azure.storage.blobs package. Fifth is manage blob data. You can delete the blob, that is, navigate to the blob in the Azure portal or use code to delete. You can list the blobs, log into the use Azure portal storage explorer or API to list blobs in a container. You can download the blob by from the Azure portal, select the blob and click download. Next, you can configure security and access control, shared access signatures. So I'm discussing again that uh, this allows you to define who can access your blob and whether it is limited to you or the one who is sharing the account or Azure group. So this let you give access. That means it gives isolation also and provides a kind of security layer. You can also monitor and analyze. Use the monitoring section in the Azure portal to view metrics and logs for your storage account. This helps you monitor. You can set up alerts for important events or thresholds. This helps you to monitor who are uh, how much percentage of your according to your subscription, how much percentage of your service has been used, whether it is exceeding or it is going to exceed. It has set up alerts and tells you the indication of exceeding the limit or not. So this helps you to organize your service and use your services so efficiently. This is one of the good feature and effective feature from Microsoft in with respect to the customer. So this is a demo of working with Azure Blob Storage. Hope you have taken down each and every step of this demo, and hope you will also take care to practice of after this session and try to explore all the steps yourself and moving the. So here are the key takeaways from our Azure journey. As we come to the end of our Azure journey today, let's take a moment to recap the key takeaways. We began by exploring Azure Compute Services, where we discussed the flexibility and scalability offered by virtual machines, App Services, and Kubernetes. These services are the backbone of any cloud infrastructure, providing the resources needed to power your applications and workloads. We then dwelled into Azure Networking, highlighting the importance of virtual networks, network security groups, and load balancers. These tools ensure that your applications are securely connected and highly available, providing the reliability that modern business demand. Our exploration of Azure Storage Services showed us how Azure Storage solutions can help you manage and secure your data, whether it's unstructured blobs, shared files, or messages between application components. Azure storage offerings provide the scalability and flexibility needed to handle today's data challenges. Through our practical demos, we saw the services in action, giving you a hands-on understanding of how to deploy and manage resources in Azure. These skills are crucial for building a robust and efficient cloud strategy, and I hope you now feel more confident in your ability to leverage Azure for your own projects. Remember, Azure is not just a set of tools. It's a platform that can drive innovation and transform your business. As you continue to explore and work with Azure, you will discover new ways to enhance your operations and deliver value to your organization. The future of technology is here, and Azure is at the forefront of it. Are you ready to embrace it? Like, you can use as a platform storage networking and every services coming from startup company view who cannot afford a data centers. This all is provide data centers and maintenance of the data and everything is provided of our Azure. You can just purchase and use these services to your choice and for your own profit just by paying for what you use. This follows a pay as you go model. So hope this session gives a good. So this key takeaways can make you uh, known for your Azure journey. So networking and infrastructure, this helps you to explore its services more efficiently and beyond. So thank you for joining me today on this deep dive into Azure infrastructure and networking. It's been a pleasure guiding you through the powerful features and capabilities of Azure, and I hope you have found this session both informative and inspiring. Azure offers a world of possibilities, and today we have only scratched the surface. Whether you are just starting out or looking to deepen your expertise, Azure has the tools and resources to help you succeed. If you have any questions or need further clarification on any of the topics we covered, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help you on your Azure journey. Together, let's build a brighter, more connected future with Azure. Your journey is cloud technology starts now, and I am excited to see where it takes you. Thank you once again, and I look forward seeing the incredible things you will accomplish with Azure. So, hope you enjoyed the session. I I'm eager to meet you again with another part 3 session. So, just wait for it, and I will welcome you to warm and with an interesting session of Azure. Thank you. Bye bye.